Rise and shine to the morning light. Sister MJ brings the truth so bright. Health and nature in every sound. Feel the rhythm, let's get unbound. From our higher we get our power. Every herb, every healing flower. Sister MJ shows the way. Naturally living every day. Naturally you, naturally free, naturally living as God meant to be. Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bounty is the cure. Sister MJ shows what's real in every word and every meal. From the mountains to the sea, every breath is harmony. Feel the beat and feel alive. With Sister MJ we thrive. Grains and fruits in every bite. Feel the energy, feel the light. Harmony in every part. Naturally you with all your heart.
Good evening, and welcome to our second episode of Naturally You. Shalom. Amia 1247, Sister Maria. Shalom, Sister Dawn, my sister. Shalom. Nice to see you all. Come on in. Today we are going to talk about the master's piece. And guess what is the masterpiece? It is our body, the master's piece. And we here, I'm so excited because this week has been crazy, but I'm hoping I'm not wearing my week. And, our intention is to build health while learning from this book how we should handle our body, how the Most High intended for us to handle our temple, and not how the world shows us, not the world view. We are talking the natural nature's view that was given to us in the beginning. Shalom, Sister Kim, my sister, and Sister Rose, my sister. I miss you all so much and hope to see you all soon. Tonight we are going to begin our journey, knowing the depth of the battle we are in. We have to do something different. We have to do something we've never done before. And it's going to start with our masterpiece. The body that we have tells us everything. It speaks. It talks to us. It's up to us to listen, male and female alike. It's not one or the other. Even the children, our bodies speak. We have to learn to listen to it. And we're going to go in depth. I'm going to try and take it slow so everyone understands where I'm going. And hopefully together we're going to understand how our body operates in a better way. Because our enemy gives us sick care system where it's symptomatic and they put band-aids all over it, and it all ends with or starts with a dis-ease. And we want to create a self-care cabinet like this, a self-care cabinet where we can go to heal if something happens. Therefore, taking us away, out of the way from that madness over there, which is a bunch of prescriptions, somebody going under the knife, high blood pressure meds, or prescription drugs that's going to for the heart. We want to look at how our masterpiece was created in perfection originally, and from there we're going to move forward and figure out what we need to do. And believe it or not, when you think about the body, our feet tell a story that we don't look at, because nobody starts at the foot. We look at people like straight across, right? But what we need to start doing when we're at home in our own space, you know, they say character is what we are when nobody's looking. That's where we need to go first. When no one's looking, it's just you in the bathroom, on the bed, wherever. You just need to take a look at your body. Find out what you like, what you don't like, what you think needs to be changed. And from there, we are going to come up with our baseline of how we're going to help heal ourselves. And this is not for everyone, because a lot of people believe in the sick care system, but this is for people who want to change, who want to learn more about the body and organically come to where we can say, you know what, our body's in alignment with the Most High and what He wants for us. To do that, we need nature, because nature was here first. It was here first. Shalom, Sister Kana, welcome. Who else am I missing? I want to say shalom to each and every one of you individually. Individually. Let's see. KK, welcome, my sister. I don't see Sister Nina yet, do I? Oh, Sister Caroline. I see you. Shalom. All right. Well, let's get started. You know, before we know it, the hour's going to be gone. So let's hit it. EP2 2000. Ari Pika. Oh, that's pretty. Welcome. Okay. Let's look at some pictures, because the feet, and you know, when we go to the grave, if we're in a hospice or in the hospital, the first thing they say is your feet tells a story. There's marbling that happens, right? When that happens, we know that our loved one is transitioning out of here. And for that to happen, we need to address our temple from the feet up. And remember, I mentioned how we are inverted trees. Our hair is our roots, and our feet and everything is up here, right? If we were inverted. So we want to look at it the same way. If you look at your feet today, and let's put a picture up of the human body, I want you to take a close look at the feet, and you can go grab an anatomy book, or just pull a picture from the internet and look at the feet, and we will see that all the tendons, we have tendons going to each toe. And if you think about it, if we didn't have our big toe, just like we have the thumb, we couldn't balance our feet and stand properly. So it's very important. Every toe, every finger, every organ the Most High put in us, I believe we need to keep in us for optimal health. We have been taught, sadly, that we need to take our tonsils out, take our appendix out. Now they're going and bold, and they say, oh, you know, well, the heart, we take the heart out. We don't talk about what causes the heart to malfunction, but we take it out and put in a synthetic heart, right? We are putting metal in. And I know if you think about in Daniel 7, you have the body, all the nations, and you've got the clay mixing with the metal. I think that's where we at. Actually, I know that's where we at. And it becomes more and more true every day, because as you go into if you go to the doctor's office, they're telling you now, we have no cartilage, but the bone on bone, and they want to put something in there. They don't tell you you can rebuild that. They tell you, let's go and have a surgery. And we don't want to do that. We want to go to nature. Yes, and also that's right, Sister Dawn. They take our wisdom teeth out, and that is so wrong, because and then they make it look like it's a vanity item. Do you notice that? It's a vanity item. If your teeth aren't perfect, oh, there's a flaw in you. So they give us all this makeup to put on to make us look like somebody else. They give us these pointed nails that look like a witch that can just claw you to death. It doesn't make sense, but that's the picture they have painted for us, and we sadly fall for it. Yes, they take out the kidney system, Maria, and the gallbladder. They take out gallbladders like it's nothing, and it's a critical part of our well being. It is a critical part of our well being. So, looking at the feet, I want to read this to you. I want to read this to you about the feet. And you all may have seen this when you did the challenge last year. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Both the legs together have 50% of the nerves of the human body. The legs, okay? And let's show that picture of the legs. 50% of the blood vessels and 50% of the blood is flowing through them. Walk. You need to walk. It is the largest circulatory network that connects the body, so we need to be walking daily. Only when the feet are healthy, then the convention current of blood flows smoothly. So people who have strong leg muscles, you see people with that strong calf, will definitely have a strong heart, typically. So it's very important that we walk. Aging starts from the feet upwards. Did you hear me? Aging starts from the feet upwards. Aging starts from the feet upwards. So we need to walk. As a person gets older, the accuracy and speed of transmission of instructions between the brain and the legs decreases, unlike when a person is young, like your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews. Please walk. In addition, and for all of you who are senior in the 50s or 60s, okay, the so-called bone fertilizer calcium will sooner or later be lost with the passage of time, making the elderly more prone to bone fractures. But there's a but here. We know that issue we can heal organically with our diatomaceous earth, because that is natural collagen, and that collagen is going to help bind and build up that space in between our bones, that cartilage. We need that for everything internally. When we think of our skin, we think of it on the outside, but guess what? Our skin has an inside. If you look on the inside of your mouth, that soft tissue in there, that's still your skin. It's very important we look at our whole temple, our whole masterpiece, as a piece, a perfect piece of our temple, because we've got the inside with the soft connective tissue, and that holds our organs, our musculoskeletal system. If that's hunched over, everything is going to be at a disadvantage. When we standing up straight and tall, we can take care of that, and it will hold that space for us. Also, bone fractures in the elderly can easily trigger a series of complications. I can testify, and I'm not elderly, by the way, I'm ageless, as Elora will tell you. Especially fatal diseases such as brain thrombosis can happen because of those bone fractures. Do you know that 15% of the elderly patients generally will die maximally within a year of a thigh bone fracture? Walk daily without fail. Exercising the legs is never too late, even after the age of 60 years. Please walk. Although our feet will gradually age with time, exercising our feet and our legs is a lifelong task. Walk 10,000 steps a day if you can. Only by regular strengthening of the legs, one can prevent or reduce future or further aging. Walk 364 days of the year. Please walk for 30 to 40 minutes daily to ensure that your legs receive sufficient exercise and to ensure that your leg muscles remain healthy. Please, please keep walking. I hope you understand that this sick care system we're in, where they have us at this sedentary jobs where we're sitting at a desk all day, is made to break down our temple. It is literally made to break down our temple. So it's very important that we move every day. I try to do, and I refuse to do the Apple Watch and my phone track it. I'm old fashioned. I have this and I put this on every day and I mark my steps. So far today, I have 6,017 steps and I went to work and sat down. So you got to work at it. I also rebound and I did my workout this morning. So that helps me with my steps. Typically, I get 15,000 steps on the weekend, which is Sunday. I go to a farm and volunteer, and we do a lot of walking, moving around, and I'm able to get my walk in. But I say that to say everybody needs to decide what your strategy is going to be, how healthy you want to be. And I saw the picture on the screen there of the feet, and I want us to go back and talk about it. Last week, if you recall, I talked about the Hickok method, and this is something I came up with. If we can expand that, you see all the tendons in the foot there, the big toe. You see how each one goes to each toe? I want you to think about that. I have here, and I don't know if Sister Yolanda is on tonight, but she introduced this to me a while back. These are acupuncture or reflexology socks. And what it is, it shows you where each part is once you put it on. Notice this is the big toe, and then the other toes go here. This is for the men because the men have ones different from women. And so we have the right foot and the left foot. Okay. And for the men, this here looks like almost the heel for the gonad, very important for reproductive. And with men, we have issue with men having prostate issues. And with prostate issues in men, it's really because they're not sitting down to urinate. Men are taught, uh, hit that Cheerio in the toilet bowl. We teach them as young, when they're young, but as you get older, that bending, there's something about that bending when you go to sit that helps strengthen the prostate. And it's very important for men. I know when you're in public, we don't want to sit. I get it. But when you're at home in a cleaner surface, at your own home, It's very important that you sit because you don't want that issue. Now, with these socks, and these socks, if you want to know, I found these on Amazon. It comes on a slow boat from China, but it does come. And it comes with these two tools. And you use these tools to press in and figure out where the pain is. Not hard, just press in and work through the pain because we can move pain. Reflexology connects to different parts of the body and it moves the pain or soothes it until the pain goes away. And we do that with a combination of using our my favorite, our sister Nafisa says, my vat of castor oil, which is very good for going deep. It goes deep and it organically knows what to do. It goes deep and it starts taking the inflammation out. Because if you remember, when we talk about that HICOC, the first letter, the H, is hydration. It's very important that we hydrate our body. The second thing is inflammation, and that castor oil is so important when we are looking at inflammation in our body. I don't care if it's on your back, I don't care if it's on your knee, your elbow, your head, your hair, your scalp. It's inflammation, and that can help. Then the next letter is circulation. Circulation is so important. As you heard when I was talking about walking, the importance of walking, circulation, if we don't have proper circulation, death begins in the feet. So I need you all to connect the dots, take some time, before you go to bed, take 15 minutes for your self-care. Sit down, massage your feet, or have the spa, do a spa treatment with the foot soak and treat your feet. Then you get your castor oil, massage that on, and then put on the socks, and then take your tools, your two acupuncture tools, and start massaging different parts of the body, of the feet. And the reason we use the feet, because it has all the nerve endings, the sensory glands are there. And if you look at the picture there of the feet or of the body, our reflexology points for the feet, you will see the other. Let's look at the other picture, which has the feet and also the hands, because these are the sensory glands and they correspond to every organ within our body. Okay, now Amya, you said you have pain in your wrist. Okay, so let's look at the hand and see what that wrist pain corresponds to. Okay, now looking at that, if you go and look at it closely, snap a picture of that if you would. And I take it and print it out and I put it up on the wall so I know where each place where I have pain. And you know what we do? I know we think, oh, it's just arthritis, but no, it's something else. It's deeper than that. If you just massaged it, okay? The tips of the fingers, what does that correspond to? The tips of the fingers. Let's look at what that corresponds to. Okay? Let's see here. I want to pull up my picture. The toes. If you look at the tips of the toes, a lot of people with allergies, the eyes, it's all there at the endings. Okay? So if you keep massaging that gently, you will see with time the pain will go away. And we have to make that part of our self-care. If you don't, guess what? You're going to have crystallization and arthritis will truly set in. But you've got to make it where it's it becomes something you take it into consideration every day. Now, when you look at the feet and the hands, okay, I want to get a better picture of that, of the hands, for me to see. Let me pull it up on my end here. And because we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. And let's see. And reflexology. Okay. I'm trying to be uh, techie, tech suave. All right, let's see if I can do this right and do it right. That might be interesting. Okay, so the head, the brain, and the sinuses are the tips of the fingers, right? Then the pituitary is the top part of the thumb. And look at how the Most High made us. That's amazing, isn't it? Because the hands have these parts, but so does the feet. And if death begins in the feet, we want to focus on the feet. But knowing that both of them work, instead of going to the white coats for a diagnosis, why not go and do reflexology? And when I go to my reflexologist, I tell her I am perfectly fine. She goes, "Oh, anything that you have ailing you?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, not really." So at the end of our session, I say, "What did you find?" And when she tells me what she found, I'm like, "Oh, good, good," because I already know what areas I'm working with, and so she confirms it. And then we create a plan, a schedule of when I'll come back again to see how I've progressed. And I have tools that I use at home that I use to massage with my castor oil at home. And then when I go back, we see how I've progressed. It's that simple. Now, the crux of the matter is finding a good reflexologist. But who said that can't be you? Why not? If you're following this chart does not change on our bodies. All of us have it, right? You've got the stomach in here, you have the adrenal glands, you have, the thyroid, the liver. All of these things are in the hand. But let's go to the foot, because that's the crux of this. That's the start of the whole thing. Let's go to the foot. And when we go to that foot, I mean, it's amazing. And I'm hoping you all will actually do this and see what's going on, learn what's going on in your body. Okay? Looking at it. Okay. Looking at it, you'll see from the feet, and women, okay? You'll see on the feet. Oh, is my chart gonna take a minute to come? Okay, here we go. All right. Let's look at that chart. Oh boy. There's so much going on here, isn't it? Okay, the tips of the toes, sinus, right there. So all those allergy medicines that you take, and yes, we need to take stuff for the lungs and everything, because we know that they're spraying stuff in the air. We know they're trying to get rid of our oxygen in our bodies, right? So what can we do about it? We can massage the tips of our toes. If you have allergies, it can't hurt for us to go right there and start the process, can it? Then you have what? I mean, it's, I don't know, to me, it's amazing. The teeth, sinuses, the eyes, the ears, the armpit. Sometimes you have a lymph, a blockage in the armpits, and you can go to the feet and find the armpit, what's associated with it, and work through that. You see the kidney, you've got the hip joint, the gallbladder, the liver. All of these places you can go and massage. And you have people with a sciatica nerve, and they say, oh, you can't do nothing for that. Ah, yes, you can. You go and massage that area and you will get relief. The knee. Who would think that your knee would be at almost at your heel on your foot? You can go and massage there. Then we have, if you go and look at the ankles too, you can see on the ankle area, a lot of the female reproductive organs are right there. And it's very important we massage that area with castor oil too. I mean, we were made to be reproducing. And if we're reproducing, we need to make sure everything is up and running. Or they say, what is the term they use? That you want to make sure that, oh gosh, something is pumping or everything is working. I forget the term. But you want to make all the plumbing, you want to make sure all the plumbing is intact, right? So it's very important that you use this. And the funny thing about this whole process here with the reflexology family is that without our proper circulation, we'll have a lot of issues. Our body will not function properly. And with the spraying that they're doing in the air, and the 5G and all the AI, artificial intelligence or artificial interference or autoimmune, and get that, a lot of autoimmune stuff out there. And it's like that autoimmune term came up, what, 10, 15 years ago? And is that not AI? Hmm, something to think about. Because, he has his way and he just needs a pinhole and he will break it down, because with autoimmune, our body turns on us and starts breaking it down. And so we've got to say, no, 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 stop, time out, time out. We're going to fix this. And we're going to start here. Something so simple. You have feet, right? All you need is this. Get some of this castor oil, and you don't even need this and these. You just need the thumbs you have, and start massaging. We have pockets of pain in our trapezius, I believe it's called, in our back. Sometimes it's just gas. Get somebody else to work that area out for you and get that release, because we have to figure this out. They're already working on 6G. And if you think 5G is bad, wait till you see what they're killing us with 6G. They plan to take our breath away, literally. That's why iodine is so important. I keep emphasizing minerals, minerals, minerals. It's the key, it's the foundation of who we are. The Most High created us from the dust of the earth. What's in the earth? We are the salt of the earth. What's in the salt? Flavor. What's in our bodies? Flavor. If we don't let that flavor out, what are we doing? Right? We have so many things that He's given us. And the beauty of it is, He didn't give us one thing for one thing. He gave us one thing. Look at the diatomaceous earth. It's great for the parasites. It's great for our skin. It's great for our hair. It's great for our nails. It's great for our collagen. And I bet if anyone has gone to the doctor and the doctor said, you really need collagen, let me give you a prescription for diatomaceous earth. Has that happened? If so, raise your hand because I want to talk about that. It doesn't happen. So all this pain that we are feeling, that's a sign of something that's a precursor. It starts with the inflammation and then it becomes the pain, the chronic pain, and we should not accept pain as part of our life. We should be pain free. We should be carefree. We should have a peaceful life, not this chaotic stuff that's going on there. Anxiety, guess what that causes? Stress. And if you look at the picture of the feet, the endocrine system, which is, man, I mean, it's just, there's just so much. There's just so much because the devil is so cunning. He has really done a snow job on us. All right, let me see if I can break this down. We have our reflexology chart, like I just showed you. We see all the tendons, the vessels and everything, the bones, the muscles we have in our body, the whole body, right? And inside of our body there, what's going on? Well, we have the pituitary gland, which is part of the endocrine system, right? Also known as the master gland, is situated just behind the bridge of your nose. In a snuggle in a bony hollow, that's the pituitary gland. It's the size of a pea, but it controls, and listen to what I'm saying, it controls several other hormone glands in the body, including our thyroid, our adrenals, which is behind, and our back, lower back, our ovaries, women, sisters, and the testicles for the men. Hormones are very, very important. They're the key to our body. The key to our body. So if we can just learn how to balance those and keep this body moving, that disease, with a proper diet, exercise, self-care, disease doesn't come to it. And that's what Israel needs. Now, that pituitary gland secretes a total of 8 hormones, and it plays a vital role in our body because it's connected to the hypothalamus gland, which is a tiny thin stalk at the base of our brain. Connected, it's all connected. And look at those nerve endings, it's all within our body. It's in there. And if we don't do something about it, the hormonal issues start happening. And you know, men think they don't have any hormonal issues. That's a lie. They do too. They certainly do. Now, with the adrenals and the adrenals going out of whack, or the blood pressure, high blood pressure is a thing in our community, you know? It's a big thing in our community. So when we look at high blood pressure, we need to look at how is our adrenals functioning. If you look at the top number on the blood pressure readout, that is how your adrenals are functioning. The bottom number is how your kidneys are functioning. If the top number, which I don't know about you, but we don't live in a peaceful world. Maybe our great grandparents had a lot more peace than we have today, right? If we don't support those adrenals, our blood pressure gets going. And what happens when our blood pressure gets going? It goes up and up to stroke level, or we wipe out. Now, stroke level is what? 100 and something, both numbers in the 100 and top number and the bottom number. So that means your adrenals and your kidneys are screaming, help, 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 because our body speaks. And you will feel it because you feel the tightness in your body. Just going like this, you'll feel it. Yeah, you'll feel it. So, how can we handle that? Because the adrenals are controlled by our parasympathetic and sympathetic nerve system, right? So if we do not take care of those two, that's our fight or flight. So imagine you out in the taking a walk and all of a sudden you see a lion, you know? Yeah, then you expect your adrenals to kick in because it's time for you to run, right? But if you're at the beach and you're just chilling, yeah, you want it to be calm. If not, guess what? We have cortisol. That cortisol is going to give us stress. And if you need to lower your cortisol, we need to focus on these things. Exercise when you're getting your heart, where you're getting your heart rate up. A great way to lower and burn fat is just breathing heavy. Yeah, pant it out, pant it out. You know, some of us we just want to exercise and like it's dainty. It's dainty. Yeah. No, let it out. We want that out. We want to get that metabolism going. And then also relaxing. If you have high blood pressure and you feel the tension in your body, or somebody just ticked you off, somebody cut across, you're driving down the road and somebody cut in front of you, what do? Just breathe. Because the adrenals went, ah! And now we need to bring it back down now. Bring it back down. Bring it back down. It's very important that we do that. So we do relaxing breathing techniques. We have the box. You breathe in for the count of 5, and then you breathe out for the count of 5. Then you go the next one. Breathe in for the count of 5, breathe out for the count of 5. Again, the box until you finish that box. And then at the end of that, you'll realize that you feel calmer and your body is not in that flight state or fright. Then we have self-care. My favorite word for our health care is self-care, because if we love the skin that we are in and take care of it, we will feel better. We are on a peaceful side, not the chaos, not the anxiety, not the stress that is coming because of where we are, but we are taking care and functioning in the way that we should. Many of us overthink. You know, we go lay down at night and our mind is just twirling, twirling, twirling. We can't sleep. That's not self-care. We've got to do better. Eating a balanced meal and a wholesome diet. You know, everything is processed now. All those processed foods, I've realized they're coming from Satan. I know that's a stretch, and I can embellish it if I'd like. But really, yes, it's not coming from a place of healing. They want to keep us sick. So I was at Costco today. Amy Lou, she has wonderful meatballs, right? And they're chickens meatballs, and I had some with cranberries and jalapenos. Delicious. Great snack, appetizer, or mix it with some white sauce and have a nice meal. Today I go in there, they had teriyaki and pineapple. I read it because I read every package now, and it said maltodextrin, soybean oil. And I just threw that back. I'm like, really? You had such a great product and now you've put that stuff in it. So until they change and bring the other flavor in, and I don't know if they do this as a test, but I'm saying no to it. I like a product because it's all free from pork and everything else, but it's very subtle what they're doing to us. And if we don't pay attention, it's going to take us. It's going to take us. Now, yeah, if you don't read your labels, you're going to be bringing home things that do not agree with your dietary laws or what you're trying to do to heal your body. Next thing, the effects of stress on the body. We talked about the high blood pressure. Well, what about depression? That happens too. We have headaches. We have heartburn. We have rapid breathing where we just have anxiety, it causes anxiety. And guess what? A weakened immune system, that's part of it too. We have risk of a heart attack, high blood sugar. That's a real issue today, right? High blood pressure. Yes, high blood pressure. You've got stomach ache. You've got fertility problems. You have men erectile dysfunction. I mean, there's nothing worse for a man than knowing he can't get it up when he needs to. You've got low sex drive. You've got tense muscles. All of these are the effects of stress on the body that, guess what? It's all tied to that pituitary gland. And if you look at those feet that we're looking at, all of that starts at the feet. So it behooves us to take a look at what we're doing, starting with our feet, massage it. Women, you have husbands who go to work every day, they come home, they're tired. Spend 15, 20 minutes talking to them, asking them about their day. Put a towel on the floor and get some castor oil and massage their feet. They will thank you for it come morning. I promise you. They will thank you for it. Because when we look at this body, how wonderfully and naturally beautiful we are made, and we are not investing in ourselves, we are letting the system invest in us. And what are they doing? They taking our money from us. They taking our money. Every copay, they taking. And here's what they do. Oh, let's go to another specialist and another specialist and another specialist. And they don't tell you, let's try and fix this. Let us work on our feet up. Let us work on our hydration. Let us minimize our inflammation. Let us work on our circulation. Let us work on our oxygenation. And let us work on our constipation. Believe it or not, most of us are chronically dehydrated and constipated. Most of us have circulation issues. All of us have inflammation issues. And the oxygenation is catch 22 where that is as well. So if we were to draw a baseline chart today, where would you be on those 5 things? Where would you be? You get to make that chart, create that chart, and tell yourself, acknowledge to yourself, because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we have a way of avoiding the elephant in the room. We're guilty of that. We don't want to acknowledge that elephant in the room because why? Well, you know what? It makes us look at ourselves and face ourselves in the mirror. Look at that man in the mirror. Look at that woman in the mirror. Who are we? What are we doing? What are our goals? What is our outcome? What's going to be the story or our story? We talk about the dash, our birthday to our end date. And then we have that dash in between. What does that look like? What does that look like? And that's something that we need to consider. Courage, and it takes a lot to do this. I've been on a journey this year, and I have to say, I took it more seriously since COVID. Now, it was serious way before COVID, but I took it more serious then because people were dropping us like flies. And guess what? that, what we saw then, was nothing to what we're about to see. So if we don't get this together and figure it out, get the courage to make a change now and get serious, and don't say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it to the next day. Oh, I'll do it next week. And I have a coach, and she always tells me, okay, MJ, so what are you going to do? And give me a timeline, give me a date and a goal, because I keep saying, oh, I'll get to it. And she makes me accountable. And our health needs to be that serious to us, because we can't continue running to a doctor, a white coat, and get drugs and everything. And then we go pray and say, oh, Father, heal me. And he says, well, didn't I? You said you needed help, and I sent help, and you didn't listen. And now you want me to heal you? What about that elephant in the room? What are we doing? Do we not feel better when we take it in our own hands? Who wants to take all that time off work or things of pleasure that you do day to day to run to the doctor? Doesn't it make more sense to understand what's going on within your body and how you can heal it? Courage is fear walking. Courage is fear walking. We all need to get the courage to take a look at what's going on in our bodies. And again, it's just a simple massage, touch. It's a beautiful thing. The Most High gave us fingers and sensory glands, so we touch and feel and see what's aching on us and what's painful, what's rough. I mean, if your skin is rough, you know how the elbows get a little bit dark and everything. If that's rough and feels dry and all that, something as simple, add some of this. Take care of that, because you know what? We want to be nice and soft. And with the change of the weather, we have the heat, and the heat dries your skin out. It's very important we are hydrating our skin. Whether it's your lotion, and men are terrible about not using lotion. Make sure they have lotion to put on every day, because who wants a rough body to touch? And who wants sandpaper? No, you want it to be soft. You want it to be supple. You know, the baby soft. That's how you want it. Baby skin, baby butt soft. That's very important. And we have plenty products. We have plenty people in our community where you can get lotions that don't have a lot of alcohol and things that will dry out your skin. We have chemical-free products. So it might behoove us take a look at some of the people that we have on the show, or we will have on the show. I know last week we ended our parasite eviction notice, and we had a lot of we saw a lot of things, parasitic things, which if you look at the enemy, how he was relegated to crawling on that belly, and how we see these parasites crawling in us, we evicted them. We had to get them out. And we feel so much better because of it. Next week, I want you all to invite a guest. I am going to have a special guest who's going to talk to us about her eviction notice, how she was able to kick the parasites out, what she went through, her journey. Because as I mentioned to you all in the document that you got, it starts off as, oh, I'm just gonna do this challenge. It's just a challenge Sister MJ gave us to do, and I'm gonna do it. But as you realize and get further into it, it's a spiritual journey, because you are the host of something toxic, something that is taking your life, sucking life out of you, causing you a lot of harm. And in the ways it's causing harm, it's all these sicknesses, all these diseases. It's taking your body from a healthy place. It's giving you cravings. It's giving you headaches. It's giving you anxiety. It's giving you dis-ease. And if we don't address it now, who's going to take care of it? Again, if we don't take care of our body, where are we going to live? That's something that we need to think about. So, again, when we begin to transition, we begin to die from our feet, right? No one is going to come and start massaging you then and hoping for a change. So we need to do it now. Now's the time. I hope you make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself, that you will make a concerted effort to take care of your body, your temple, because again, it's redundant. It's when we asking that we want the same outcome, we doing the same thing over and over again, and we expecting a different outcome. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. We've got to nix that somewhere, because we have to take charge of our body, period dot, as Sister Dawn will say, period dot. And I know many of us are, but we know many people that are not. And if you could just share the information, bring people on that can learn from it, it would be a great thing to do. And with that, I know I'm running out of time, right? But I do want to thank all of you for coming tonight. We appreciate you. Ah, Sister Kim, yes, you extending your cleanse. Okay, excellent. You know, and that's a great thing that you brought up, because I after Sunday when we ended, I did 3 days of autophagy. And for those of you, I sent out an email. I don't know if you saw the video, but autophagy is when you have all these parasites. They're already dying, because every time you take that diatomaceous earth, it acts like a magnet and pulls the toxins out of the food. And then it starts drying it out. It dries it out. So the autophagy, when I did that, it just started to take those cells that were dying anyway and all those parasites with it, and it just flushed it out. And I had more energy. I felt great, except the one day at work when they had some gas smell there, but got through it quick. My body rebounded very quickly, and it's something that we need to do to just speed up our self-healing journey. And if you want information on that, it's AUTOPHAGY, autophagy. And if it's those of you that saw it coming, parasites coming out of your skin, your nose, your mouth, that means continue the journey. You've got more in there. Because what these parasites do, you the host, and they go and they don't lay one egg. It's not like one sperm and one egg, and you know, they come together. They come with a big old pile, hundreds of them, and you need to evict all of them. All right. Oh, Sister Novi, okay, you staying in for 6 months. Yeah, they're always there. And people think that they don't have parasites. When we look at the word pathogen, and that tells you the 4 things that they use for pathogens. And if you go back to 2020, you will see it's going to be a bacteria, a virus, or a microorganism, which is a parasite. It could be ringworm. It could be, the flies laying a big lob in your food and you didn't see it, and you eat that food, and there you've got parasites. Something that simple. That simple. So it's a journey. It's a journey, and we're worth it. So please do it. Not for me. Do it for you. Do it for your family, your loved ones, your children. If you have your children eating a lot, craving, take a look at the parasites. Take a look at the parasites. And well, the ivermectin, as far as killing the parasites, it may, but I wouldn't take, I don't take ivermectin on a long-term basis. The diatomaceous earth I can take like every day for a long time, and it's okay. But because it's giving me that collagen buildup that I need and getting rid of that. But ivermectin I only take like if I feel like something's coming down and I can't shake it, or people, everybody around me is getting sick, then I take a dose to give it a punch. Because when you are sick or when you're taking supplements, the directions on there, that's for support. That's for healthy people. When we are sick or when our body is deficient, we need to get to support. Need to build up our system to the support level. Then you can take that dosage. So again, you've got to know where you are on that chart. What's going on? You've got to know your body. Your body speaks, and it will tell you. I know that they give it to the horses and the animals. They don't give it to them every day. They give it to them when they see certain signs of worms or your animals. You know your animals when they're acting funny or you feel kind of lethargic. Then you take a dose of that, I would say. So I think I'm out of time, and I didn't even do a commercial. Oops. I thank you all for dwelling with me, and we come together here at Naturally You because we dwell with the Most High. We're not dwelling with Satan and his minions, and we're going to use what the Most High gave us from the earth, the herbs of the field, and we're going to use that to heal our body. But first, we have to identify what the signs are. I hope tonight you got a visual of that. I hope that you go and connect with your body, massage and feel the lumps and bumps. Notify your body, I know where you belong. I know what's going on here. Amia, the places you notice you have pain, look up a reflexology chart and start to work on those areas on your feet and on your hands and get that going, because it's very important. If we're going to walk through that wilderness again, we don't need no aches and pains. I don't know about you, but I want to be able to dance like David through there. And with that, I say I love you all, and shalom, peace and blessings to you. Until next week, same time, same channel.
Hey,
It's time to rise, natural lights.
Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 6.
Shalom.
Oh, it says, lack of knowledge, me enough to know themselves, to know them worth, to know them heritage. Don't you know that you are royalty? Israelites, yeah, prince and princess. The Most High's chosen, that is exactly who you are. Chosen
Shalom,
people,
my sisters,
prince and princess.
my
The Most
brothers,
High's chosen,
my
that is
family.
exactly who you are. They asked for my nationality, I told them I'm an Israelite. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, so don't take me light. I have a DNA that is linked to a lineage of kings. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is my foreparents. I praise the Most High for knowledge of self. No longer in a crisis of identity. He uses words to enlighten me. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. This is what it says to me. You are prince and princess. The Most High's chosen. That is exactly who you are.
Heart to heart.
Israelites, yeah, prince and princess. The Most High's chosen. That is exactly who you are. Them serious no really matter about a lie them a tell. Watch the whole of them a plot to kill the children of Israel. Psalms 83 and cover them conspiracy. Nothing no change, the agenda is the same in this age. But oh my people, don't you fear?
Yeah.
Shalom, peace and blessings. This is Ra'ashi Asharala, and you're tuned into Naturally You with my sister MJ on AbengRadio.com. Prince and princess, the Most High's chosen. I worship you, and I sing my praise to you. Inside Naturally You, sister MJ. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Hear that?